Hello, and this is Jaden Sofa with Deep Questions. Real quick, freshmen and seniors, Lander wants to know what you think. Keep watching your Lander email account for the survey announcement from the National Survey of Student Engagement. Look for NSSE in the email and just follow the link. It's an online survey and easy to complete, and each person who completes the survey gets a chance to win 1 out of 6 Bearcat Shop gift cards worth $50 each. So today we're going to be discussing, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do brackets for the best Pixar movie. I've got 3 people with me here. You guys want to go around and introduce yourselves?
All right, I'm Cody Funderburk.
It's me again. It's Isaiah. Hi.
Yo, he still can't get rid of me. It's David.
Wow. So there's 20 films here. So if we're going to do a debate for this, I don't think we could finish it in time. So what I think we should do
We can try.
is for the first round to like narrow it down to the top 10, we should just take a vote. And if we tie, then we'll do some discussion and see how we'll change that.
Mm-hmm.
So first up, let's start real easy here. I have The Good Dinosaur versus The Incredibles.
Incredibles. Hands down.
I would also vote The Incredibles. What about
Incredibles?
R.I.P. Good Dinosaur, I'm sorry.
It looks like Incredibles is moving forward. The Good Dinosaur is the first one out. That is sad.
That was a good film, but sadly it was not Incredibles.
Incredibles was better.
All
I
right.
think it's my favorite Pixar film yet.
Brave versus Monsters, Inc.
Monsters, Inc.
I don't know, Brave really connects to Pixar movie theory.
It does.
It's like the reason the whole theory can
But it
exist.
connects because of Monsters, Inc. It's with that Sully doll.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a carving of Sully in the background of the witch.
Yeah, and the witch is supposedly that little kid from Monsters, Inc.
I don't know.
How does that work? How does time regress?
See, one of the greatest packs, like...
See,
Like
which one got a
heartfelt moment.
sequel?
Monsters, Inc.
I gotta go with Monsters, Inc. here.
Yeah.
It's just
All right,
better.
I'm going with Monsters, Inc. as well. Sorry, Brave.
Also nostalgia, I think. We're old-ish.
That's true. All right, here's this one's a little difficult. Finding Nemo versus Wall-E. I did this randomly, so whatever they're up against is just random.
Dang.
Finding Nemo is pretty good, but I'd have to vote Wall-E.
I'm going Wall-E here.
Wally's a legend.
This is difficult.
3-1. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just so we can try to finish. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna.
I'll go ahead and be coerced. Go ahead, Wally.
Finding Nemo's already out, unfortunately, but
That's
So
so
sad.
sad.
all
That was
right.
a good film.
Now we have 2, in my opinion, kind of both garbage going against each other. Finding Dory versus A Bug's Life.
Yo, Bug's Life.
A Bug's
Are you
Life.
kidding
That was a
me?
good movie.
I
okay?
enjoyed it.
What do
It's
you mean
just
trash?
Better than Ants.
not as good as Ants. Oh,
It was
Oh, wait.
better- It
What do
was
you
better
think?
than Ants, okay?
all right. So
Kind of.
I vote Finding Dory, but you guys all vote A Bug's Life.
Looks
Yeah.
like all the way.
All right.
Take out the narrator.
Ants was better, yeah.
Hmm.
Who made Ants?
DreamWorks, maybe.
Please don't sue us.
Cars 2 versus Toy Story.
Toy Story, easily.
Yo, but Cars 2 was like...
Wait, do you actually want to argue for Cars 2 here?
Let's
I
see
mean,
this.
I think it
Mater-
enters the so bad it's good territory.
It does. Like, Mater becomes like a spy. Okay, would you ever guess that?
No, because it makes no
That
sense.
doesn't make it good.
I would have never seen it coming if that's what you're asking.
No one did.
And then he,
And,
like, threatens to blow up himself and the Queen and everybody else right at the end. It's awesome.
We're going to go with Toy Story because David should not get a vote there. All right.
I mean, Cars 2 could have been worse.
This one's a little tricky. Inside Out versus Coco.
All right, I
Coco.
never saw Coco, so I'm gonna have
You
to
haven't
go with
seen
Inside
Coco?
Out. Yeah, that's
All
the
right,
one I
then
haven't seen.
Coco
Don't
was one of
vote.
those tear wrenchers from Pixar.
Yeah.
They like that for some reason nowadays.
Thought they were both good. I do feel like Inside Out was a little more memorable, but
Yeah.
what do you guys think? David, you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen both films.
Well, I'm a musician,
Well,
so I
and-
guess that's why Coco really kind of,
Okay.
Coco
Yeah.
was a great film, but Inside Out had the better memes. Just saying.
Okay,
So-
I have to I have to concede that the memes are better. I don't even... Are there Coco memes?
I feel like maybe it's just because Coco hasn't had enough time to like we can't really look back on it because it's still so new. But,
Right.
Bro,
But
it
right
just
now, Inside
got
Out's
like
going
an
to move
Oscar like
forward.
a year ago.
All right.
Come on.
Cars versus Toy Story 3. The
Cars.
first Cars.
Cars.
No. Toy Story 3.
That's a toughie.
Toy Story 3 made me very emotional.
Toy Story
Cars
3.
made
It was
me
good.
tired.
Let's go Toy Story 3 on that one. R.I.P. Cars.
Boy, Isaiah, what
whoa.
about you?
Cars is good. I like Cars.
Oh, shoot. Is it? Okay, we just had another person walk in. You want to introduce yourself? Just grab onto that mic.
My name's Miles. I was here 2 weeks ago.
All right. We're going to need you to break this tie. We have 2 votes for Cars and 2 votes for Toy Story 3. Which one do you think is better?
Ooh, Toy Story 3, definitely.
Oh.
Try to be closer to the mic there, but Toy Story 3 wins it as it should.
That's unfortunate.
Dang.
We're going to debate these more
Wait,
once we
time
get
out.
into
Was
the
there
to
actually
the
a debate
second
between
round.
Cars, like the first Cars, and Toy Story 3?
Those 2 voted for
Yes.
Cars.
Of course there's...
Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, Toy Story 3 was
All right.
the objectively better film.
Monsters University versus Cars 3.
University.
Monster University. Cars 3 was not good.
None of the Cars were
I thought Cars 3 was better than 2. but
Well, yeah, it was
Definitely.
better.
I didn't
than
really
two.
like any of the Cars movies that much, to
Yeah,
be
that's what I'm
honest.
saying.
So
I like Cars.
You didn't like Cars?
First Cars was
I
pretty
didn't
good.
like the first Cars. No.
Just
I'm unfriending you.
Okay.
first Cars
Like the
was
movie?
pretty good.
So
Mm-hmm. Like that, like the movie.
wait. So who else voting for Monsters University?
I.
I mean,
I as well.
yeah, because I can't choose
I guess
any
so.
of the Cars. Right?
All right. I don't really have a
Cars.
strong.
I'm not really leaning one way or
Opinion.
the other.
All right. Now we have. Ooh. I don't want either. Oh, never mind. Up versus The Incredibles 2.
Oh,
Oh.
Incredibles 2 was not great.
I'd have to
It
go
was
with
not
Up.
as good as the first one. It is not as good as Up.
Yeah. Yeah, Up.
Let's go up.
It's Up.
Up is probably
Up and
the
Away.
only movie I've cried in within like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the first 10. It's to be honest, it's not as great after the first 10 minutes, but it's still pretty
Yeah, but
good.
the first
It's
10 minutes,
still a good movie.
Yeah, I'd
The
have to
dog
say
was
Up,
funny.
definitely. Incredibles 2 did not quite live up to its legacy. It was a little predictable.
The dog
Yeah.
was funny.
You're talking about
Yeah.
Up, right?
Yeah.
All right. Ratatouille versus Toy Story 2.
Ratatouille.
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 Ratatouille is my favorite Pixar film, but
Bro, same. No one else agrees with me.
wait, really?
Yes.
Really? How is that
Epic.
debatable?
What do you mean?
I feel like there's some slight bias in
No,
this
not.
room.
It's good.
It is really good.
I feel like most people's favorites, like usually Wally or
Wally,
Up.
well, it's Wally or Ratatouille. Those are the two.
I've never heard anyone else whose favorite was Ratatouille.
Bro, it's just like I love cooking, and then it
Me
made
too.
cooking so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love rats
great.
cooking my food. That's
All right,
just-
so that
In real
That
life,
completes
would actually
round
disgust
one.
me.
so let me mash these up real quick.
I mean, it's a great
All right.
concept for a movie, but
So now
in
that we're
real
down to
life-
the final 10,
Yeah.
we're gonna do discussion before we take a vote for all of them.
All right.
First up, Monsters Inc. versus The Incredibles.
Ooh, that's actually really hard.
Incredibles.
I would have to say The Incredibles as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Incredibles.
The Incredibles is so
Wait, Miles, do you want to
So-
argue Monsters Inc.?
so
I
good.
want to argue Monsters Inc.
I kind of do too, but I'm not sure yet.
Like, sure, Incredibles is a good movie. I mean, there were some pretty cool moments, but Monsters Inc. was something else. You see,
It was something else.
Uh,
I'll give you that.
You gonna?
I,
Do you have any like specific reasons as
I
to
do- I do
what
have-
makes it good? or-
Get specific about
So it took the idea that all monsters are scary and flipped it on us. To where monsters are real people, which goes a long way, you could say, with how other people treat each other. Is that your monsters in life are just other people.
Well, Incredibles flipped the superhero convention and it introduced a family aspect to it that wasn't really seen at that point.
Right, right.
And
Yeah.
It is and will always be the best Fantastic Four movie.
Uh-huh. And also it made jazz cool again.
It was always cool.
All right,
It made
so
it cool mainstream, though.
real quick, who votes for The Incredibles?
That's me.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's 3, so The Incredibles win.
Yeah.
RP. That final
They're both really
scene
good, though.
with
Also,
the final scene where you finally.
like 3 minutes.
That's not her door!
So technically, Monsters University is still in it, and Monsters Inc. is not.
Tragic.
A Bug's Life versus Wall-E. That's
Wall-E.
does anyone really want to argue for A Bug's Life?
No, there's not really a discussion there.
I don't.
I mean, I like Bug's Life,
But
but
do you like it nearly
No.
as much as Wall-E?
no.
Wally's far better. Am I too
Alright.
close to the mic?
No, you good.
Okay, cool.
All right. Now we're going to start struggling here. Inside Out versus Toy Story. The first one.
Toy Story. It was the first feature-length animated, computer animated film,
That's true.
I'm gonna have to go with Toy Story.
and it was extremely good
See, I
too.
feel like Toy Story
Inside
was
Out
like
was pretty good.
was more revolutionary, just in fact of a concept. Like we've always
But-
like played around the idea that toys come to life, but not in that sense. While like Inside Out was like, what if our emotions had emotions?
but they're the same emotions.
That's redundant.
Like it just wasn't as good. Like what if toys could think, and what if toys could actually do things?
And what are the repercussions of that? What does that imply? They kind of play around with that a bit with Sid, recurring throughout the series. You see him; he's the garbage man in the third one.
That's fair. It did start the entire Pixar franchise. I like Inside Out quite a bit, but there were a few moments that I just kind of, especially when she like one of the way they get back to the mind center or whatever, they use the like boyfriend generator and make a giant tower and then fall on it to get back. I thought that was kind of too random to really mean
Redundant.
anything, but
That's called a Deus Ex Machina.
yeah. But yeah, I'd have to say Toy Story.
Decidedly.
All right. Toy Story 3 versus Monsters University.
Is there an argument?
I feel like
I don't really think so, but what do you want to say?
Toy Story 3, I honestly feel like is better, but Monsters University, I feel kind of sad for because that was a great film. I'm like, and especially loving it more and more, like at being a college kid, and looking back on it, and see, and like I rewatched it recently, and it was a really good film. Especially because it dictates to like that's something like we are, and eventually we'll get the Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When it came out, I thought it was kind of unnecessary, but I enjoyed watching it. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
entertaining.
Toy Story 3, though.
I mean, you could
Yeah.
argue Toy Story 3 is unnecessary.
Wait, have you guys seen the after credits scene though? After Monsters University.
Oh, no, I haven't.
So you know how there's that slug that's like late to class and he's like struggling to get in like one of the opening scenes. I don't know if you'd actually remember. There's a slug that's like struggling to get to class, and then at the end of the day, everyone's like leaving, and he's still there on the sidewalk trying to rush towards there. At the end of the credits, after everyone is like left to go home for the summer, he's still there trying to get to class.
Oh, that's
You know,
that's
I thought he
sad.
like finally made it. Like someone stepped on him or something.
Oh wait,
Oh.
that might actually happen.
think,
I
like,
don't remember.
I think someone like he finally got to class, and then like something happened to him where like he either fell back down or someone stepped on him or something bad.
Actually, yeah, I think you're right.
It was not a good day for Mister
Yeah.
Mr. Slug.
No,
Yeah, so
he wasn't having a good day.
So everyone agrees with Toy Story 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toy Story 3 might be might be top 3. Honestly, though,
I don't know about top 3.
it's in the title.
Top 6.
Let's
Ooh.
continue.
This one's very challenging for me. It's Up versus Ratatouille.
Sorry, but Up.
Ratatouille.
I
I'm gonna
vote
choose.
Ratatouille. What about you, David?
I don't know. I kind of have a discussion about this one.
I don't know where Miles went, but
Miles is gone.
He disappeared.
so
Because I feel like I could sway either
Mr.
way. on
Stark,
this
I
one.
don't feel so good.
oh shoot, I thought that was someone. I didn't realize that was you.
you.
See, I don't know because Up's got this really cool dad arc in it.
Yeah.
Where, this man's never gonna have a son. He loses everything in life. Learns to have a son, which is a really cool arc to see. Well,
I mean,
Well-
Ratatouille also has the family arc. The rat is kind of disowned by his family because they don't agree with the way that he wants to go in his life.
Right. That's been done before, though.
I mean,
That's
I
true.
just think it's cool how in Up the old man lost everything that he loved and cared about.
Yeah, that is
And
cool.
His whole journey. No. But just hear me out. His whole journey was, to complete something that he wanted to complete with his wife, and he
Right,
thought
right.
that would make him happy.
But it didn't.
But finding the son that he always wanted is what actually made him happy, even though he wasn't looking
though,
for
and
it.
you can't. Yeah, kind of 10 minutes, all made me cry. But maybe so happy is when he straight up, these social workers come up to his door, yes, we finally get to take this old man home. Why does he make helium things? Oh, he must be a trash pig or something. And he just straight up, bye, fills up all the balloons. He just takes off into
Yeah.
the sky.
That's real funny. I like that bit. I'll send you a postcard from Paradise Falls. This
Now
is
you're making me
difficult.
sad.
But then Reddit, it's amazing. Just once again, the whole flip of we're taking something you don't have no idea about with Ratatouille. Of what if a rat was a chef, and that final scene where Ratatouille proves up to the super fancy eater dude, food taster person.
The gastronome.
Sure, yo, this is my food. I cooked it. I am Master Chef.
Yeah.
Not to confuse with Master Chief, which is another
But,
great Pixar film.
There's that really great scene in Ratatouille. Do you guys remember where when the famous critic tries I believe it's Ratatouille. It might be a different dish actually,
is
but he tries
Ratatouille.
it
It is.
and he flashes back to his childhood eating it with his parents. That was
Mhm.
very
That was a really, really
well
good
done
scene.
scene.
This is a tough choice. I'm going to have to say Ratatouille on this one. Just because the aesthetic
I really want
and that scene.
see. I know it's Ratatouille in my heart,
We
but
needed Miles to break this tie, but
We
he's
did.
not here.
Unfortunately.
just Up was such a great film, though.
All
And
right,
me as
so-
a Boy Scout was super happy to see that final scene
Good
Like, when he
afternoon.
gives him the
the
the soda pop thing because his
Yeah.
dad wasn't there.
That's true. I do think Up is a more emotional film, but Ratatouille's
I just like
I
the
don't know, I
aesthetic.
just subjectively like more.
All right.
Well,
so
shoot,
what's-
I was gonna say let's move forward and see
what's
if he
the
comes
verdict?
back, but we can't because this is the final one in this round.
I'm gonna
We need a tiebreaker.
I'm gonna throw in the towel and I'm gonna say Ratatouille.
All right. All right.
Just the aesthetic, the
Mhm.
scenery,
Mhm. Traitor. Whatever.
the time period, just all lines up better. It's just an overall better film.
We won. Actually, Cody, I'm gonna give you some hope here. So now we're down to the final 5. We have Toy Story, Toy Story 3, WALL-E, Ratatouille, and The Incredibles. Now 5 is not an even number. Do you guys want to do a quick losers bracket, make some nominations, and get someone back into this final round here, semifinal?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I think up. I'm gonna fight for up back again.
Yep.
So Up is well. How about we do each person can get a nomination for what they want.
How about go ahead and read through the list too, so we know.
All right, so every Pixar film: Inside Out, Coco, Cars 2, Toy Story, Finding Dory, A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, WALL-E, Brave, Monsters Inc., Cars, Toy Story 3, Monsters University, Cars 3, Up, Incredibles 2, Ratatouille, Toy Story 2, The Good Dinosaur, and The Incredibles.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Finding Nemo on
Yeah.
that one.
Well,
'Cause that-
wait. Well, if Cody's got Up and Isaiah's Finding Nemo, you can choose a different one if you want
Oh, we're
for
gonna.
your nomination.
Oh.
So we got Finding Nemo. We got
okay.
Up.
The ones that are still in it are Toy Story, Toy Story 3, WALL-E, Ratatouille, and The Incredibles.
Yo, we got Good Dinosaur.
Bug's Life?
All right, The Good Dinosaur. Now I gotta choose one.
No, don't put Bug's Life.
I'm pulling for you, Good Dino.
The Good Dinosaur.
You're gonna die immediately, but I'm pulling for you.
I never saw that one actually.
That meteor
Was it any good?
That meteor's
I'm
about
gonna-
to hit again.
I'm gonna bring back Coco.
Okay.
that's quality
All
film.
right.
Acceptable reason.
All
More
right,
acceptable
so
than Dinosaur.
we have Up versus Finding Nemo.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to say Finding Nemo on this one.
Really? I'll go Up.
I'm still sticking with Up.
That's your personal favorite, isn't it?
Yep. Well, I'm starting to lean towards Wally too. 'cause,
WALL-E.
Yeah,
That's
I'm a tie for those.
WALL-E's my second favorite.
I'm standing by Finding Nemo. Just
If you want to argue that,
Yeah, go ahead.
'cause
Well, I first watched Finding Nemo at a formative period of my life. I was very, very little, so it has more of a nostalgic punch, if you will.
I'll be honest, I think I've actually seen Finding Nemo more than any other Pixar film because I used to have it on DVD and just watch it over and over again.
Yeah, same here. That's why. That's why.
Like, how can you move past like the iconic like dentist scenes? Like
Mm.
those were.
I mean, that was really
I
good.
was actually concerned when that little girl like shakes the fish bag.
like my heart like
Psychopath.
jumped for a sec trying to think.
The animals have gone mad.
Those poor fish.
They're tortured.
I think Finding Nemo also had an after credits scene. I can't remember if it was after
It
credits or
did.
before, where the fish like jump out the window, but
Right.
in their bags, but the
Mhm.
So
bags
now what?
float. And they're like,
Yeah.
what do we do now?
Oh,
I want to know.
we
what
never
happened
even
to them.
found out what happened to them.
Yeah, wait. Are they in Finding Dory at all?
No.
I don't
No?
remember them being in it.
R.I.P.
Yeah. We should get a spin-off where they're just coasting
Disney
around in
short?
those bags.
Yeah.
And then they eventually
Disney-
starved to
They'll
death.
probably starve to
Pixar
death,
short.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's what we need.
I want to see that. The pufferfish could puff up and then, I don't know, get
Break
caught
the
by a
bag.
Japanese fisherman and then get eaten. And then poison someone. He gets a last laugh in
All right.
because
never mind. Maybe,
the cook cuts him the wrong way and he
Maybe.
ends up killing the person who eats him.
Maybe we shouldn't make this spinoff, guys.
Well, Isaiah is no longer to be allowed on the Pixar drawing board team.
Why not?
Not exactly kid friendly,
Yeah, I think it's a bit too dark.
you know. I mean, Disney's all for sex jokes, but not dark jokes.
Yeah.
Except for the first 10 minutes of Up.
That wasn't really a dark joke, though.
It's just sad. It's a brilliant montage, though.
I mean, I kind
It
of
was.
laughed.
Oh,
What?
wow, you are.
Isaiah no longer gets a vote.
Why not?
Wait, David, have you said your opinion on this yet?
What are we arguing for at this point?
Up versus Finding Nemo. I still have to go with Up.
Eat the poison fugu.
I'm gonna go Up here. I'm sorry, man.
Ah.
Sorry, bro.
Now, if it was Finding Dory, then that'd just be gone instantly.
Mhm.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
if the brackets didn't work out perfectly, we need to have 8.
What?
If you have 8 in your bracket, it's gonna work out perfectly.
There. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, now The Good Dinosaur versus Coco. All right, that's what we'll do. Well, to get 8, we're gonna have to put 3. So we'll do a losers bracket.
Okay.
The Good Dinosaur versus Coco.
I haven't seen The Good Dinosaur, so I
Let
don't
me tell you
suppose
about
that
this
my
film,
opinion's
okay?
valid.
It was like, what if dinosaurs were like advanced enough as people, and like this little dinosaur, tasting this human is like, yo, I'll protect you, and like goes on this huge adventure with this like crazy like half like rabid like little baby child.
You know, for
I don't
David's
see that
sake here,
happening.
I'm gonna have to pull for the Good Dinosaur.
I To be honest, The Good Dinosaur is one of the only films that I've watched and can hardly remember actually watching.
It was such a good.
Yeah.
It was a good film, though.
I don't see a
It's
sapient
not very memorable.
reptilian trying to protect a mammal.
It wa-
I don't see
it
that
was-
happening.
It was like a. It was one of those like big neck guys.
Yeah.
Big neck guys.
You mean a
But, like,
brachiosaur?
Coco was actually good, though.
Exactly. Coco was actually good.
But did it have
I
a
didn't see the
dinosaur?
Good Dinosaur, so I don't have
It
a
did
vote.
not have a dinosaur, but it had the whole world of the undead.
Hey, I feel like you're a
Yeah.
little biased. You know, you like
Wow.
tacos. That's a little.
Oh, right. But you like dinosaurs, so.
And that's not biased right there. I mean, I'm a musician, so I guess I'm biased because of the whole guitar thing.
I gotta say,
I
it
mean,
didn't
we all
really
have a buy. I think Ratatouille's the best, so that's why we've got multiple people here to bounce it out.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Ratatouille is the best.
Now that
yeah.
Miles is gone, though, we've got an even number, so it's not working. But
Yo,
No,
I really like balloons, so I guess I'm biased towards up.
I like Ratatouille because I just like rats, you know, especially when they're in my food.
oh yeah, decidedly. Oh, then you'd like Despero.
This Tale of Desperation is another great film.
yo, I got.
It's okay.
So, are you guys? Isaiah, you're not voting because you haven't seen it. Cody and David, are you both voting for The Good Dinosaur?
No, I'm gonna vote. Coco. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It was a
wow.
good
You're
joke.
betraying your own
I was
recommendation.
doing it for you, but you know.
Now, all right, now real quick to get so basically we just eliminated one of these. Finding Nemo versus The Good Dinosaur for the so
No,
we
this
can
is
have
where
an
the good
8 in
dinosaur
the
makes a
bracket.
comeback. Okay, good dinosaur.
Finding Nemo.
Okay, Nemo's about like normal like fish, but the good dinosaur is literally about dinosaurs.
Finding Nemo.
Finding
just
Ne-
go ahead and
It's fine.
Finding Nemo.
We all know
Okay,
it's-
now you are too close to the mic.
we all know it's good dinosaur in our hearts.
No.
Nope.
Nemo.
All right, so we got.
I gotta find my dad.
All right.
Finishing up the new bracket here. First up, we have Toy Story versus Toy Story 3.
Ooh.
This is a tough one.
You know,
You couldn't have
I
Toy
feel like-
Story 3 without Toy Story.
But Toy Story 3 was just such a perfect ending, even though now it's not going to be.
All three of them are, I guess.
so which one hurts you like more emotionally?
The
Oh,
third.
The third one like dug down into me,
I didn't get hurt.
ripped it. You don't feel
You're not terribly wrong.
like the film like ripped into me and like pulled out this masterpiece.
They're all about to go into the dumpster fire thing, about to be crushed.
I mean, I will admit, the first time I watched it, I did have a little tear right here in the right eye.
Right there.
Quickly, wipe it off so no one sees it. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll concede. Toy
What
Story.
about
3.
you, Cody? You haven't really said anything.
See, I'm all about originals, but Toy Story 3 might be an exception.
Sounds like Toy Story 3 is moving up.
I mean, Pixar does know how to make a sequel. It seems they do good jobs. Usually, sometimes they have flops,
Yeah.
but don't we all?
Cars 2 is the greatest. Up
Well, if you don't,
versus Finding Nemo. Wait, we already did this.
Finding Nemo versus what? The good-
Actually, let me change this real quick because that's what happened in our loser bracket.
Finding Nemo wins.
It's going to be, it was up when we did it. So I'm going to change this around a little bit. Finding Nemo versus Ratatouille.
Ooh.
Both very animal centric, but
That's
which of
not
these animals
right.
can cook?
You make a good point. It's Ratatouille.
See, I feel like all if you put on a list of like all the great things each had, like dad and son arcs, family arcs, finding yourself and your place in your world,
Mm-hmm.
growing, proving onto others that you can be the best you could possibly be, And all these categories, Ratatouille, I feel like just takes the better for like its story.
I want some
The
chicken
story
nuggets.
itself was stronger.
Ratatouille was the first film in Pixar's bounce back after Cars came out and was very disappointing. Then they got Ratatouille and like Up and Wall-E all in the span of a few years.
You know what? I'm really hating this whole like you hating on my film of Cars. Okay,
Cars
Yeah, me too.
Cars was a great film.
I loved Cars.
I will say I do have a personal vendetta against Cars a little bit because when I was in elementary school, I had a friend who was really, before it even came out, was just really obsessed with the commercials for Cars. And every day he would talk about how great Cars was going to be. And once it came out, he talked every day about how great it was. And he wouldn't shut up about Cars. And then I watched it and I was like, this did not meet the hype.
Sounds like my brother. My brother was real
So
into
it was
Cars.
ruined for me by the elementary school playground.
Cars is great. Okay, stop hating on my film. Okay,
It was pretty good, I'm not
Top-
gonna lie.
it's in my top 5. Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
Of, like-
I'd agree.
The third one was good, I have to say. It was alright.
especially
Wait,
Or am I thinking of... I'm
I don't
thinking...
know.
I don't
wait,
know.
we're not actually debating Cars though. This is Finding
Yo,
Nemo
Cars?
versus Ratatouille.
Cars
Oh.
makes a comeback right
What is
now.
going on?
Actually, all 3 of the Cars movies are out already.
Cars make
Yo,
a comeback
wait, When
already.
did this happen?
Yo, screw the good
Um,
dinosaur. I want my
Cars
Cars
2
back.
lost to Toy Story.
Uh-huh.
Cars lost to Toy Story 3,
Oh my
and Cars
gosh.
3 lost to Monsters University.
Yeah, now I remember.
Understandable.
I'm sorry, good dinosaur. I
So
should've
Finding
chose
Nemo
Cars.
v Ratatouille. I vote Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
I-
Ratatouille.
Don't be. Please don't be that close. Wait. So Ratatouille.
I'm trying to get the microphone to distort.
Wait, did anyone vote Finding Nemo?
Did it work?
No.
All right.
No, sadly.
I'm always gonna vote Ratatouille, but
Yeah, you're a little biased over there.
what's your favorite one?
Cars or Wally?
Wally's still in it.
A man of
Speaking of
culture.
Wally, Up versus Wally.
Mad Max.
Oh, why would you do this to me?
I'm so sorry, but I have to vote
Oh.
Wally.
Excuse me while I have a mental breakdown.
Cody's over here having
see,
an existential
This is the
crisis.
first time we have to like really discuss Wally because it's always just like bump past everything else.
Wally is the first DVD I ever owned. I got it for Christmas along with March of the Penguins when I was
Alright.
8 or 9.
I'm gonna have to go with Wally.
You see, but like
Wait, you don't even want to argue? I thought you said you liked Up more.
There's so many things going on in my head right now. It's like Inside Out, and I'm just pulling for Wally.
You're pulling for Wally
I
now?
am. I'm having to change sides.
I quite liked
Is Wally
Wally.
your new favorite?
I liked the
I'm guessing so.
the
yeah.
theme of the robots taking over, and then the
Does a lot with visual storytelling.
and
Yeah.
then what's it called, the people, even in their docile state, being helped along by a benevolent machine to fight against the robotic overlords and reclaim planet Earth.
All right, and now finally we have Coco versus The Incredibles. Finally for this semifinals.
The Incredibles.
Yeah, I vote The Incredibles. as
Yeah.
well.
Because
I'm going with
Syndrome was such a
Incredibles.
perfect villain.
Does anyone want to argue for Coco?
No.
Okay. We are
Sorry,
down to
Coco.
the final 4. And it is only one off from what I thought it would be. We have The Incredibles, Wall-E, Toy Story 3, and Ratatouille.
That's fair.
that's a fair choice. I can agree with this lineup.
I thought Up would be in here, but
Yeah, I was
Nah.
hoping. It would
honestly,
be.
I thought Up would pass Ratatouille. But
How?
I don't know. Most people I've met don't like Ratatouille as much as I do.
How?
It's a good movie. I just. I don't
All right,
know.
so we have The Incredibles versus Wall-E.
Wally.
See, now
The
this
Incredibles.
is where the conversations get
This,
real.
yeah, this is a
This is where
tough
they get tough because
one.
now we're like every single film has some type of like emotional feeling like associated with like that goes beyond the film that like teaches down into us. Like this is a hard choice now.
Well, I don't
I
know
think
if I'd
both of
say
these are near
that.
perfect.
Yeah, some of them make you cry a bit, but that's nothing special. I'm gonna say The Incredible because that is a perfect film.
I just feel more emotionally attached to Wally.
That's fair. What about you, David?
You see, Wally is literally the story like this little like dirty like trash robot, like trying to hook up with this like supermodel like super female robot. As a
I
fellow
don't
nerd,
How would
know
that
that's
work?
the main
Why?
arc of the
That is-
story.
that is
but
the main arc of the
okay.
like for me,
Well, we know what David's thinking
I just
about.
associate with that so much.
David.
And like it's a really cool because like it's this cool like futuristic world, almost like a what if humans kept going along with the trash we produce, and then what would happen if we all came back. And then like what's really cool, it's like a fundamental piece of the Pixar movie theory.
Yeah.
Oh, again with the movie theory.
The Incredibles was so good as like at flipping conventions though. You have to think this came out before the entire MCU did.
Mm-hmm.
It I don't know, it predicted a lot of things, I feel like. And the
like
villain is one of the best
I think he is the best.
ever.
That was a perfect film.
If everyone's
standing
super,
by.
no one will be.
Exactly.
I do like Wally a lot though.
I'm standing by The Incredibles.
I'm sticking with Wally.
See, I gotta give Incredibles credit though, because it is, like you say, a really good film. It's in the best time period of America within the 40s, between like
Look more like
40s
50s.
to 50s ish. It's got great music behind it, beautiful cars,
Music
and
is
homes.
great.
Mhm.
It's got this awesome story of family in it. Like this awesome like banner back and forth between mom and dad, which is as a kid hilarious to watch.
Oh, you're talking about Lucius? That was hilarious.
Oh,
Where's
wait.
my super suit?
and that by itself
Great
is
or
kinda
good?
Like, I am the greatest good you ever gonna get.
You tell me what my suit is.
I feel like
woman.
Incredibles is more quotable.
It
Especially
is.
since, but that brings up another point. Wally told its story so well with hardly any dialogue.
Like it was just noise.
That is.
I don't
very
think that's
true.
a bad thing.
Like the sound crew for that one was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was
Samuel
so
L.
well
Jackson,
done.
though.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with that.
David, you were voting Wally, right?
I do gotta say Wally though. Like,
I'm going Wally.
I think ultimately I have to go with Wally.
just,
No!
Incredibles is such a great film. It's
They
just,
it
are
is.
great, but
Wally just better.
I don't know if
I like them both for different reasons.
I
But
agree to disagree.
Understandable.
just so we can move forward, I'm going to go with Wally. Now we have Toy Story 3 versus Ratatouille.
I'm gonna say Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Really?
Actually, I'm gonna argue Toy Story 3 here. I want you.
Nani?
I would say Ratatouille, but I want to hear it because I feel like most people would vote Toy Story 3.
Because we all agree to keep an open mind here. We can't let any more of I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna hope this one wins at this point. We can't do this anymore. So let's all keep an open mind with this.
Okay.
Yeah, stick to your beliefs. Don't or wait,
Don't
Wait.
stick
just
your-
ignore what I just said.
Yeah, stop being like anti. So, Ratatouille is a great film. It's wonderfully made. It's beautifully produced, and it's got some wonderful stills. But Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending.
Until Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one's not in yet. That
Yeah.
was the perfect ending. Like, as a college student, and I don't know about you guys, but I played with my toys all the time. I kept doing so all through middle school. I'm not afraid to admit that. It was, and like I did it less and less and less.
Through middle school. I did it through now.
And so, like, finally, like, I honestly can't tell you where, like, half of them are.
Mhm.
Or, like, less than that. Or, like, most of the stuff I've played with nowadays. So, like, it was just really cool. And the kid was growing up. And seeing his sister grow up. And, like, how that interacted. And then going to college. Actually, hinted at, he went to Clemson University. Which is where most of the animators graduated from. So it was really cool. That's a school I really considered going to. So it was really cool to see that. So for me, this film has way more emotional attachment. And especially for college kids in general, seeing their toys and following that throughout the memory of what would happen to my toys. What's even greater is once they get there, throughout most of the series, especially in the first film, one of the main things was how selfish and single-minded Buzz was. And then we play on that once again with the final scene of, you could have all of this, just leave your friends behind. And he kind of plays around with it.
A friend in...
Until finally, in the end, he decides, no, I'm going to be with my friends. I'm going to choose them over this power you give me. And then, like, the main villain, like, his backstory was, I once was a loved toy until I was thrown away. And sadly, I was replaced within the next few days.
That pink teddy bear, I think his name's like Mr. Loves-a-Lots or something.
Lotso Lovin'
Lots
Bear.
of Love and Bear. That's one of the greatest villains.
That, in my opinion,
Yeah.
I believe that villain
It was
better-
unexpected. Very, very unexpected.
in my opinion, that villain was better than Sinestro.
I liked how...
Sinestro?
Yes.
Who's Sinestro?
Hmm.
Wrong person.
You mean Syndrome?
Syndrome.
No, I still like Syndrome better.
I liked how...
I appreciate that
it
villain
was
more.
less of
No
a...
kidding.
it was less of a... like... stereotypical bad guy in those kinds of films, and it was a bit more complex. He had a reason and, you know, logic behind what he was doing.
And then we all said we cried up the first 10 minutes of Up. But
Well,
I don't know, I cried the last 10 minutes of this film. Like, to see Andy playing with his old toys with this little girl, and then that last moment he looks away and looks one more time at his favorite toy and decides, I will hold on to my childhood, but now it's time to move on and to let go and have this little girl have her moment with it. And spends the day like playing with this little girl, you know, being a kid again, and that final moment of not I'm going to leave you, but like accepting, and the acceptance of all their characters. For me, that arc was way better than Ratatouille.
you make a good point. I do like the aesthetic of...
I would argue why Ratatouille is better here, but we've got 5 minutes, and I think it's going to take us that long for the final. So, final votes.
Ratatouille. I mean,
Whoa.
I will.
do I win?
Wait, are you still voting Ratatouille?
no, I am.
He pushed me
Wait.
toward... He pulled me toward
Story
where he
3.
was, but I'm still...
I am pulled towards it now.
Toy
I'm
Story
still
3.
at Ratatouille. I'm a closer
What
toward...
about you, Cody?
Come on, Cody, don't let me down.
Toy Story 3.
I'm still going to have to go with Ratatouille.
I am also going with Ratatouille. I'm sorry, David.
You made a good point.
You did. You
Yeah.
That was
almost
a
swayed
very good.
One man can do it all he can.
What is it?
me.
Very
I'm-
good argument.
I'm very surprised Ratatouille is legitimately in the finals here.
That is pretty surprising, I have to say.
All right, Wall-E versus Ratatouille. I'm pretty sure it's now going to lose.
Wally.
I'm gonna say Ratatouille again.
Ooh, we got some argument here.
See, Ratatouille is excellent. Its ending, it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Like, he achieved his goal. He proved that he could be a great artist, and he proved to the world that,
But then the restaurant closed.
yeah, the restaurant still closes because there's rats there.
Right.
So that's got to change.
Because, I mean, yeah.
Well, then there is a scene afterwards, like they get their own restaurant, and it goes through these whole scenes like the rats like cleaning themselves and like being sanitized, and like the dude comes
If
back
they can.
and he's like, "Wow, this is still great. This is still good."
Yeah, and that he's finally like he's won his family over finally in a sense. I think its ending really pulled everything together.
Except for
Now-
the restaurant closing. I didn't like that. That kind of made me sad.
Yeah. Now Wall-E also has a very powerful ending. They come back to Earth and they put the plant down and it's semi hopeful. Now they don't confirm. Well, they kind of confirm because in the credits they show like stuff growing back and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But when the film ends, it's kind of will it or won't it?
A bit ambiguous.
See, but what type of books and stories do you like? Do you like the stories that like end with like you know everything that's happened, or the stories that end and like there's a little bit left to the imagination?
Mm-hmm.
And there's almost like a final question of what happens next. We
I-
won't tell you because we want you to imagine what happens next.
I mean, I
I do
kinda
prefer
like,
my.
I feel like
my
both
loose
films
ends
actually
tied
have
up.
a pretty definitive ending. 'Cause,
Mhm.
I mean, Wally, with the after credits, they basically confirmed they got the Earth back.
Also,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
one of the reasons I love Pixar's films is like
Then a meteor
most of-
hits
most of
2
their
years later.
things end up really well, and then like their credits and the scenes behind their credits almost are like a slight epilogue
Mhm.
to the film itself, which is amazing to be done in a production as such.
Whoa, wait! I just thought of something. In Wall-E, what about the animals?
The animals? Are there any animals?
I didn't see a single one.
I don't.
I mean, we
there's the
haven't
cockroach.
really-
I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
Well,
or the cricket thing.
No,
That
doesn't
was the
really
best
count.
cockroach. Okay?
it was.
That man went to space.
But I mean,
Yeah.
the main reason that I'm still pulling for Wally is because I like a movie that has a lot of info that just kind of lets you know what the movie's about, where it's going,
That's fair.
but it leaves a lot open for question
yeah,
because we still don't know how the world exactly got to that point. Like, we know
Yeah.
it was trashed by humans and they left. But
and
I
in the
mean,
end, Wally's character is no longer. He doesn't have that sense of isolation anymore. He finally connects with. There's people now.
yeah,
I do have to say, I think Wally is an objectively better film. I just like Ratatouille subjectively more.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm
Like,
kind of in that
if you
same
look
camp.
at it, the first 10 minutes of Ratatouille are completely pointless. They could be utterly dropped and the movie would be the same,
Yeah.
where they're in that old lady's house just running around. But so what are you guys' final votes?
Wally.
On an objective level, I have to say Wall-E, but I still do prefer Ratatouille just because, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
See, I'm going to subjectively say Wally because I just feel more attached
Mhm.
and more connected with the story of let me find my family, let me find my and leave the isolation. I feel more emotionally attached to that story.
I mean, Wall-E had the more consistent tone.
yeah,
And like you said, the first 10 minutes of Ratatouille, completely superfluous, but
yeah.
I
I
still
can
do
live with
prefer
that.
I still do prefer
So
Ratatouille.
Wally is our victor.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Best
disappointing.
Pixar film, according to us. I kind of guessed it would be, but all right. So tune in next week. We'll be back with something new. So stay tuned.
See ya.
Bye.